achieving the desired outcomes and align community actions with measurable results. They'll also applying the SLA, Sustainable Livelihood Approach. You will see that again outlined there, which just ensures interventions enhance the resilience and well-being of households through diversified, secure livelihoods. Another approach that they're integrating, because I have said that they're using an integrated approach, is the TBL, which is the triple bottom line. This takes care of the profits, it takes care of the people, it takes care of the planet, so it balances the social impact, the environmental stewardship, and the economic viability in all their programs. They'll also engage the human rights-based approach in all the initiatives that they do, because in every of these approaches, in the activities that they'll do, it will enhance whatever impact will come out. So they'll uphold dignity, equality, and participation for all, and particularly the marginalized and the indigenous groups. Community managed disaster risk reduction, because there is something about disaster preparedness. So they will build local capacity to anticipate and or prevent and respond to climate and disaster risks. That is the CMDRR. So those are some of the approaches that Iremo will use. And of course, you have seen a very important one that is on your table, the SCLR, the Supporting Community-Led Response. And we thank you for the organizations that are seeing that this is what is implemented as an approach, because it empowers communities to lead their own recovery and to develop development processes, ensuring ownership and sustainability. That is taking back the actual responsibility to the people. So these frameworks collectively will form Iremo's Nexus approach that we have mentioned in the strategic plan. It's a holistic model that will guide program design. It has already guided the program design that we have put together, the partnerships and resource mobilization for 2025 to 2030. They will also ensure that the interventions are not only transformative, but they are also rooted in the community voice, as we had mentioned here, with evidence and resilience. So that is just on the side that I've just talked about the approaches used, because I realize it's a very important strategy that Iremo is using for that. Now, going back to the suggested implementation timelines, again, I said an implementation plan has to be smart. So we know what we can do in year 1 and year 2, where we'll be establishing foundational programs, conduct capacity building initiatives, and initiate advocacy efforts. So you will find that in some of those, they will be just beginning. In the first 2 years, you'll be establishing that. The third and fourth year may be going back. You will scale up now those interventions and strengthen the partnerships and refine approaches based on evaluation outcomes. On the fifth year, as Director also mentioned, we will conduct impact assessment so that you'll see what has been able to be achieved, consolidate achievements, and strategize for future sustainability. So in the document, you will see a whole table of implementation plan that has put all those activities in place together with what you're going to do in every of the years going out. So the expected impact that you would expect by 2020, by the end of this strategic period, Iremo can anticipate increased indigenous representation in governance structures, restoration of degraded land and improved climate resilience, and enhanced economic opportunities for women and youth. They'll also have strengthened cultural preservation efforts and indigenous knowledge systems, and expanded their healthcare access and improved emergency preparedness. That is the expected income in 2030, and we can just say, let us wait and see. God willing, it shall be even better than we expect. So in summary, and just to conclude, we are just saying why we exist. That is our purpose, to empower indigenous and pastoralist communities to realize their rights. Our mandate, again, is to advocate, build capacity, and foster partnerships that promote equity, good governance, and sustainable resource management in Marsabit County. We are moving from the challenge that we have to change, and these factors that you have listed there These factors weaken livelihoods, they erode resilience, and they limit civic participation, perpetuating poverty and marginalization. This is where the challenge is. This is what you would call your problem. The limited, the insecure, the deep-rooted, or the heightened climate vulnerabilities. That is why you would need to do something about it. And what do you do then? That is now being on the pathway to change. I have already mentioned that through the collaborative, right-based, and community-driven approaches, as the strategy says, Iremo will be able to, Iremo advances capacity building, legal literacy and advocacy for justice. This is just summarizing. They will do gender equality and youth leadership in decision making, sustainable livelihoods and climate smart resource management. They'll strengthen the grassroots governance and social accountability and the multi-sector partnership across public, private, and international actors. And of course, the integration of those frameworks that I have told you about for inclusive resilience. So that is how they will do it. And in summary, again, there will be short-term results, there will be medium-term outcomes. You will see that in the document. There are those you will see in the short term. There are those you will see in the medium term in terms of results in motion towards the vision that you want to see. Because this strategic plan is giving you a roadmap on the impact path that you're going to take. So short-term results will be there, medium-term results will be there. And what is your long-term ambition? Your long-term ambition is your goal itself to achieve inclusive, resilient, and sustainable development for indigenous and pastoralist communities in Marsabit County, where empowered citizens shape their futures, protect their environment, and they're able to uphold social justice for generations to come. That is our long-term ambition, that is our goal, and that is what it is that we hope to see at the end of the 5 years, and we believe that it will be a beautiful journey going forward. Thank you very much.
Because I'm seeing, so there's something called it, right? You clap until she arrives on her. After she starts, that's when it's. So it's a continuous clap. Are we together? The way you want. So let's start appreciating her.
Thank you very much.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you so much. Wow, what a detailed breakdown. And an awesome analysis done. Thank you so much for the awesome work that you've done. We really appreciate you. Colleagues, I beg your indulgence because we are really moving closer to lunch and we have tea that we've not taken. So may I request that in the next 20 minutes, we use it so that we suspend the speeches a little bit and then they come after the tea break. Silence means agreement, right? So can I request that we break for tea? And then after the tea, that's when we can start our speeches. Kindly, it's 20 minutes. And when it's tea, you just stand up and take it. The good thing is it's just here. We are not going outside and or everything. So, tea is served. Bon appetit. If you don't stand up, I'll come to your table and start closing your machines slowly and phones.
Tell you, say you can never be the one. But say, make I tell you, say